Assalamualaikum and good morning, Doctor. My name is Faiz bin Roslan, CB17009. So now I'm gonna present about MPRA paper. So let's jump into it. Alright. So TQM or Total Quality Management is a set of opinions and ideas for improving the quality of product or services, which widely called management philosophy. So early uh, early days during 1980s to 1990s, many national and international quality award QAs has been established to provide guidelines for implementing TQM based on the suggestion and theory of TQM gurus. Sorry about that. So there's five gurus. First is W.E. Deming, A.V. Feigenbaum, Koro Ishikawa, Philip B. Crosby, and Joseph N. Juran. So let's go to the first gurus. Deming's contribution and principles. So he's best known for the Deming cycles, his 14 points and 7 deadly disease. Deming had developed and adapted the PDSA cycles, or known as Sherhard cycles, to clerical tasks after leaving Western Electric. So Deming also developed the Sherhard cycle PDSA as an important framework to lead improvement for quality and productivity. His four step of improvement, or plan, do, check, act, are often called the PDCA cycles. So let's have a look at the first figure here. So this is the PDCA cycles. We look at the first here, number one. So there's several questions. What could be the most important accomplishment of this team? What changes might be desirable? What data are available? Uh, are new observation needed? So this all question is crucial to make sure that the product meet the quality. Second, carry out the change or test decide upon. And third, observe the effects of the change or test. And lastly, study the result. What do we learn? What can we predict from this cycle? So the process is repeated until it meet the standard or it meet the quality that they target. Also, Demings, through his famous system diagram that has shown the importance of assuming of the product in terms of a system. He argued how good quality should be begun from requirements of customer that need to obtain resource by the supplier first. So figure 2, let's have a look. So it start from here, consumer research. So they basically see what is the satisfactory from the customer, and they make a research, and from the consumer itself they design and or redesign. So from this design, we can look from the barebone suppliers of material. So let's say there's many supplier A, B, C, and D. So straight to test of progress, machine, method, and cost. So this all lead to the production, assembly, and inspection before distribution to the consumers itself. So this is what we say. If the consumer is not satisfied, so it's not a good product. The main belief that deeply 85% of all quality problems is belong to management. Meanwhile, the rest 15% of the quality problems that can be led to solve by the workers on the floor or operator level. So 85% is a huge number. So in 1986, that revealed his 14 points of system at all level. The 14 points of Deming's management principle help leading company in obtaining quality improvement. So let's have a look at the 14 points. Some of the points are consistency of purpose for improvement of product and service, adopt the new philosophy, cease dependence on mass inspection to achieve quality, and so on. There's 14 of them. This 14-point management principle is a good instruction for the companies to improve quality and reduce their expense. So let's say the product is less defect, so they are prompt to less cost to make a repair or maintenance. Next is about the 7 deadly diseases of management that can cause huge challenges and problems for companies. So these 7 deadly diseases are lack of constancy of purpose to plan product, emphasize on short-term profits, the mobility of management, and among the other things. You can read here on the MPRA papers. So next, let's go to the Juran's contribution and principles. Dr. Joseph M. Juran has the most influence on the theory of quality management after the Ming, among other gurus. So Juran is best known as the father of modern quality management and the publication of his book Quality Control Handbook. His lectures were introduced and emphasized on the managerial dimension of planning, organizing, and controlling, and focus on the responsibility of management to achieve quality. So let's have a look at the table 2 about universal processes of managing quality. So there's 3 column here: quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. So these all relate to make sure the quality of the product. Meanwhile, Juran drew a graph with a time on the horizontal axis and cost of poor quality on the vertical axis. So this is the graph. We can see here there's basically 3 zones. The first zone is the quality planning. The second zone is quality control planners, and the third zone is the planners turns the plans over the operating force, or we can say that you run the process, produce the product features, and meet the customer's need. So this is the example of the graph based on the Juran's trilogy diagram. And he also introduced 10 steps of quality improvement for improve the satisfactory of customer. Some of them are build awareness of the needs and opportunity for improvement, set goals for improvement, and organize to reach the goals, and among the other things here. So let's jump into the Crosby's contribution and principle. So Philip Bayard Crosby is best known for his concept of zero defect. That he claimed that the mistake can be happen because of lack of knowledge and attention of employee in the organization. Crosby stated that the quality is not comparative and there is no such thing as high quality or low quality, or low quality in terms of goodness, feel, and excellent or luxury. So this is the TKM philosophy. The first one, quality is defined as conformance or conformance to requirement. Second, quality comes of the system that is based on prevention. Third, quality perform standard is zero defect, not that is close to enough. And lastly, quality measurement is the price of non-conformance. Also, Crosby emphasized that the role of management of improving quality. He believed that 80% of the quality problem of the organization belong to the management. So, this is the Crosby 14 step of improving quality. So there's 14 of them, and I will present some of them. The first is management commitment. Second, quality improvement team, and third is quality measurement. So there's 14 step that Crosby state here. So this all need to look after to make sure the product meet the quality. Next, we go to the Feigenbaum contribution and principle. So Feigenbaum was the first guru who introduced the concept of total quality control (TQC). His philosophy is more on the prevention-based system by emphasis on product. Likewise, Feigenbaum emphasized on the significant roles of all members of the organization, including office staff, engineers, and shop floor workers in the improvement of the business quality. The fundamental idea of Feigenbaum systematic approach for the quality as follows. So first is quality is a company-wide process. Quality is what the customer say it is, and third is quality and cost are a sum, not a different, among the other things. He also emphasized a system approach to quality or TQC as an efficient quality management is included for main step: setting quality standard, appraising conformance to these standards, acting when standards are not met, and lastly planning for improvement in these standards. So the last gurus, which is a Japanese, Ishikawa's contribution and principle. So Ishikawa is best known to introduce and develop many quality tools like cause and effect diagram called fishbone or Ishikawa diagram, and the utilization of 7 QC tools. Ishikawa has been associated with the development and advocacy of universal education in 7 QC tools. Some of them are Pareto chart, cause and effect diagram, and scatter diagram. So its fishbone diagram was an effective method tools in reducing and prevention of error mistake in organization. So from figure 4 you can see the fishbone diagram. So this fishbone diagram is basically the method how to detect problems or defect in the production of the product. So this continuous correction or maintenance that be done throughout the production. So his role is mostly outstanding and significant to develop quality management among other quality experts in Japan. He also argued that the total quality control on whole company instead of total quality control on product and service only. And the principles are as the follows: quality is not short-term profit first. Second, customer orientation, not producer orientation. Next, the step is your customer breaking down the barrier of sectionalism. So this is some of them. His concept of quality control or QC circle was to bring production workers, maintenance, design engineer, and also managers together in organized meeting to solve the problem. So Ishikawa basically that he emphasized that not only the top management is playing important role, but also all the workers need to work together to solve the problem. Ishikawa recommended that the evaluation of customer requirement is the best way to foster cross-functional cooperation, and and cross-functional team can be appropriate method to specify and eliminate the quality problem. So for to make a summary for this paper, below the table 3, these all gurus has different ways of deliverable about their message and aims, but have the same meaning or common point. The common points are namely management commitment, the strategy policy, employee education and training, employee award, improvement of process designing system based on the prevention, focus on quality improvement, customer orientation, and quality is the first schedule secondary. So that's all from me. Thank you so much and stay safe, doctor.